We have a reading from the Jesus Storybook Bible by Sally Lloyd Jones. So this is for our kids, whether actually a child or a child at heart. Today's reading is called God's Wonderful Surprise. Jesus' friends were sad. They would never see their best friend again. How could this happen? Wasn't he the rescuer, the king whom God had promised? It wasn't supposed to end like this. Yes, but whoever said anything about the end? Just before sunrise on the third day, God sent an earthquake and an angel from heaven. When the guards saw the angel, they fell down with fright. The angel rolled back the huge stone away and sat on top of it and just waited. At the first glimmer of dawn, Mary Magdalene and other women headed to the tomb to wash Jesus' body. The early morning sun slanted through the ancient olive trees, drops of dew glittering on the leaves and grasses like little tears everywhere. The friends walked quietly along the hilly path through the olive groves until they reached the tomb. And immediately they noticed something odd. It was wide open. They peered through the opening into the dark tomb. But wait, Jesus' body was gone. And something else. A shining man was standing there with clothes made of lightning. Don't be scared, the angel said. But they couldn't help it. They were scared anyway. The angel asked them, "What are you doing here? Tombs are for dead people." The women, they couldn't speak. "Jesus isn't dead anymore," he said. "Jesus is alive." And their hearts leapt, and the angel laughed with such gladness that they felt for a moment as if they had awoken from a nightmare. The other women rushed home, but Mary stayed behind. Could it be true? Jesus was definitely dead. How could he be alive again? But then Mary heard someone else in the garden. Perhaps it's the gardener, he thought. And maybe he'll know where Jesus' body is. "I don't know where Jesus is," Mary said urgently. "I can't find him." But it was all right. Jesus knew where she was, and Jesus had found her. Mary. Only one person said her name like that. She could hear her heart thumping. She turned around. She could make out a great figure. She shaded her eyes to see and thought she was dreaming. But she wasn't dreaming. She was seeing, and it was Jesus. Mary fell to the ground with tears filling her eyes, and great sobs shook her whole body, and all she wanted in that moment was to cling to Jesus forever and to never let him go. "You'll be able to hold on to me later, Mary," Jesus said gently, "and you'll always be close to me. But now go and tell the others that I'm alive." Mary ran and ran all the way to the city. She'd never run so fast or so far in her life. She felt she could have ran forever, and she didn't even feel her feet touching the ground. The sun seemed to be dancing and gleaming and bounding across the sky, racing with her and shining brighter than she could ever remember in the clean, fresh air. And it seemed to her that morning, as she ran, almost as if the whole world had been made anew. Almost as if the whole world was singing for joy. The trees, tiny sounds in the grass, the birds, her heart. Was God really making everything sad come on true? Was he making even death come on true? She couldn't wait to tell Jesus' friends. "They won't believe it," she laughed. And of course, she was right. That completes our reading. If you check out our Facebook post, we have some discussion questions that you can discuss with your children. Thanks for listening.